Scholars. Okay.
Take two. Going.
Take two.
Rolling.
My algebra scholars. I'm going to take you on a hiking adventure with me today. I'm in the San Juan Islands. I'm on Orcas Island. And we're going to go on a hiking adventure. So I had to wait until the hike was done to be able to help you set up your graph. So I know we're just starting. Hopefully your teacher told you to get out your journals. And by the way, it was not this wet when we started this hike. So as you can see right now, we set out to hike Mountain Lake Loop. It's 3.9 miles all the way around the lake. Very little elevation gain. That's what we set out to hike. But our hike actually ended up close to 6 miles. And you'll discover why that is as you go on this adventure with us. But I need you to set up your graph so that you can virtually hike with me. So you're gonna make a little, remember the T-charts in Algebra 1? But you aren't going to use all 4 quadrants because Ms. Marquardt only hikes positive time and positive distance. So you only need your L-shaped graph, which is your quadrant 1. And remember, we've studied domain, left to right, and range, bottom to top. And so I had to finish the hike to be able to tell you how to set up your domain and your range. So we're going to set up, time is on the x-axis. Time is your independent variable. So it took me, if I take a look at this. Jace, how long did it take us to go? I lost mine.
2 hours and 34 minutes and 20 seconds.
2 hours and 34 minutes. So you guys are going to set it up because we're doing by minutes. 6120. You're going to set up your x-axis to be 150 minutes. So your teacher's going to help you do that. I can't get my glove back on. It's so wet now. Your teacher's going to help set up your graph so that your domain is from 0 to 150, and you have to label it time in minutes. And then your range is the distance that we've gone hiking. So the total distance that we went hiking today was almost 6 miles. So your teacher is going to help you set it up, and you're going to talk about miles versus feet, which one is probably the best one. And then guess where I started, kids? Guess where we started the hike? At the origin, 0, 0. I hit start on my watch. No feet had passed, no time had passed, 0, 0. And what I want you to do to start is I want you to graph the very end. I want you to graph 150 minutes, took 5.75 miles. I went 5.75 miles in 150 minutes. Remember, slope is a rate of change. It only takes 2 points in time. So you're just gonna estimate. I know where Ms. Marquardt started. I know where she ended. And you're just gonna have a beautiful linear function that goes all the way start to finish. But that makes me look like we hiked that exact same time and rate for the whole hike. No, because math isn't perfectly linear. All we use it for is a prediction, an estimation, a guide, but that's not really true. That's not really what happens in real life typically. Okay, I also want you to think what happens if we start hiking faster. What happens when a mountain bike blazed past us on the trail? Would his line be steeper than ours? Flatter? My husband had a sprained ankle. You're going to get to see that awesome footage. He slowed us down a little bit in parts. No, you didn't, sweetheart. No, you didn't. I slowed you down. Killing me. So what would that do to the graph? So have a few chats with your teacher about that. And then you guys get to go hiking with me. However, one last thing. When we go on hikes, we always wonder things. Wonder. Kids like, I wonder why that mushroom grows on that tree like that. I wonder why this particular tree has fallen over. I wonder why there are people on these trails without masks still. Right, but I wonder things. And start wondering even as you're hiking with me. And then at the end, you can talk to your teacher about all the things you wondered. Like, I wonder why this lady's husband married her when he has to film her crazy adventures.
I'm like the Instagram boyfriend.
All right, so pause it right now, stop it, talk to your teacher, get your graphs all set up, and then you guys are gonna start hiking with Ms. Marquardt. See you soon!